I am talking to Bo Lewis about biology and chemistry. What kinds of skills or character traits are required in this major?
I think I perseverance is definitely a trait that is necessary because you don't have to be brilliant, but if you're not willing to put in the effort and pick yourself up the ground and you fail miserably and get hit by a brick, then you're not going to be able to make it through the major. Like, you're going to fail. You're going to fail something. You're going to get a 30% and want to, off yourself. But you have to be able to pick yourself up off the floor and get back to your Quizlet and force yourself to continue on, or else you're not going to make it through the major. Being biology and chemistry is, harder too, because it's not like once you get certain things done, it's a breath of fresh air. You're balancing a lot of different difficult subjects at one time.
What is unique about this major?
It has one of the highest burnout rates and causes the most amount of mental turmoil I have ever felt in my college career. This is the third time I've changed my major. And being a double music major at SIUE and then in mortuary school, I have never in all of my life cried as much as I have because of this major. But at the same time, you're really, pushing yourself because not a lot of people can juggle and participate, work 2 jobs and, do this.
So, what are your favorite and least favorite things about this major?
I believe it goes without saying that my mental health is horrible with this major. I'm fat. I gained a lot of weight from stress eating. I listen to the musical Cats just to feel some kind of serotonin, and I cannot tell you I keep napkins in my backpack now because I know that there's just times where I'm gonna cry when I open up D2L. And I'm this close. I'm holding my fingers very close together to just getting a tattoo that says just keep going because I'm losing the will to persevere through this at this point.
What types of assignments are required in this major?
Well, labs suck. It feels like, being a pot of mac and cheese. And you just keep getting stirred around, just mushed all over. They suck, honestly. So every now and then you'll get a good lab, but labs are a big part of it because it's applying your knowledge sometimes. It really depends on what class and what professor you have. Some teachers are really heavy on homework, others are more purely just, test and quiz based. So it's really kind of a mixture of everything. It's just kind of playing Russian roulette every semester about how much you're going to get screwed over by your professor.
What types of communication are required for the major?
I think anybody going to STEM has to have some kind of communication skills. I would say especially with this major, most people are looking to either go into medicine, nursing, or some kind of field within the medical field. So communication is extremely important because it's how you market yourself, and you have to be able to communicate to your professor, especially if something's not working stylistically teaching, because you will run into professors that don't teach the way that you want to, or that you adapt to, or you learn to, and you have to be able to speak up and advocate for yourself. So communication is extremely important.
What kind of studying habits do you need to have?
I would say very, very, very intense. Bringing home, you're a closeted gay man bringing home your boyfriend for the first time for an extremely conservative Republican family, and your 93-year-old on the verge of death grandmother is there, and you're just wanting her to have a heart attack. It has to be that intense of an environment. When you study, because it's hard. It's a lot of material and it's a lot of stuff that you're going to have to remember, especially on the MCAT or something. And if you're not constantly putting yourself under that pressure when you're studying, you're very laissez-faire. Oh, grandma will accept me. You have another thing coming for you when you actually have to go and apply that knowledge, because it's a lot harder than you think. I thought music theory was hard. Wait until anatomy comes around.
So, do you believe that having a professor that will help accommodate with your needs helps in your major?
Absolutely, especially because I've had professors that suck and they don't accommodate, and you have to really advocate for yourself in order to be able to thrive in the class. I know that you're not going to get all A's unless you put the work in, but there comes a point where no matter how much you're doing and it's not getting anywhere, you have to meet the professor where you can, because it's not just you at that point. So I think it's important for a professor to switch teaching styles or offer resources available to a student to help them be able to succeed, because it's not all, the blame should never just be on the student completely when it comes to academic performance. The teacher is the one teaching it, and if there's a problem there, you can't expect the student to fix it on his own.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.